and I'm going to throw in a quick prediction for you guys, and I'm going to go with Eubank Jr. I think you're going to see a much more patient Eubank Jr. He's not going to look for the knockout. He's not just going to steam in there and try and go to war with Degale, because Degale is about that life. You understand? He's been through the wars, but this is a tough fight either way for Eubank Jr. and he's going to have to get Degale out of there. Well, not out of there, but he's going to have to get the W in this one, because if he doesn't, he is going to be relegated to just being a domestic level fighter, and this is really his last chance at staying on the world stage, if I'm honest with you. So congratulations to Eubank Jr. Secured the W, got a unanimous decision, and yeah, the fight pretty much went the way I thought it was going to go. We've seen some improvements now in Junior. So whatever he's doing in his camp, in his training camp, or you know, whoever he's got in his camp, you know, I've heard that he's made some changes and things like that. He's still wrapping his own hands, but you know, that's just a personal thing. You know, some guys, they just like to, you know, wrap their own hands because it's important. You know, it's mainly a mental thing. You know what I mean? You want to feel comfortable, you know, with the wraps on your hand. And I say that because a lot of people say that, you know, feel like Eubank Jr. is arrogant. You know, there's a thin line between confidence and arrogance. And, you know, if you are the best, then you're allowed to be arrogant. Do you know what I'm saying? Because all you're doing then is self-congratulating the facts. And I'm not saying that Eubank Jr. is the best at all. I think he's far from the best, but it's just a thin line between confidence and arrogance. I think it's a little bit of both. You know, he probably has got some arrogance in there, but I think it's mainly confidence that a lot of people are perceiving as arrogance. Anyway, as I say, he has made some improvements. He's still got a long way to go in terms of him competing at the highest level in the super middleweight division and the middleweight division. There was parts of the fight where he looked really inactive and he could have done more in terms of his work rate. I would have liked to have seen him use the jab a lot more, and there was parts of the fight where he was fairly inactive and he could have stepped up the pace just to keep the momentum going. But you know, I'm actually disappointed because I did score this fight, but the app I was using has somehow deleted the scorecard, so I can't give you a round by round analysis of what happened. But some key notes that I picked up on was Degale. Degale was doing a lot of clinching on the inside. It looked like he didn't have no game plan, no ideas. He looked clueless. He didn't know what to do on the inside, so he was clinching a lot. I'm surprised the referee didn't deduct a point from him, to be honest with you. As mentioned before, Junior didn't use the jab much. He was using the overhand right to try and close the distance, and he had some success with it at times. But there was clearly times where he missed, and the thing about the overhand right is when you miss, you know, it looks real bad. If you connect and get the guy out of there, then, you know, it looks like an amazing shot. But Eubank dropped him twice, nearly got him out of there. Eubank was frustrated with the excessive clinching. There was a moment in there where Degale was leading on Eubank, and he literally picked him up and shoved him off, and Degale hit the canvas. The referee deducted a point from him, but you know, he was acting a bit bolsha, and you know, he was saying, look man, if you want to go to war, let's swing it out. You know what I mean? He wanted the arms out, he wanted all the smoke in there. But yeah, you know what? It was a thoroughly enjoyable fight. It was quite an entertaining fight. You know, I watched it at a fight party, and everyone in the room thought that Degale was gonna win, and I was the only one suggesting that Eubank was gonna get this. And that's another thing I want to point out as well, is when Eubank came to the arena, he entered the arena with the crowd booing, but he left with the crowd cheering. In his post-fight interview, he left with the crowd cheering. And do you know what? I'm gonna keep it real with you. I never used to like Junior, because I used to think he was arrogant, and you know, he's riding off of his father's name and all of that. But he's starting to grow on me a bit. I still don't think he's that great of a fighter. You know, all this arrogance that I thought he was portraying, I see it more as humbleness now. Even when they were announcing the winner, you know, I saw that moment as humbleness. I didn't see it as arrogance, to be honest with you. As for where he goes from here, I'm not really too sure, you know. I think Callum Smith gives him problems. If he drops back down to the middleweight division, I definitely see Canelo beating him. Jamal Charlo gives him problems. I think Korobov gives him problems. I'm not too sure about Silly Ho. There's a lot of question marks over him for me. I could see him getting through David Lemieux. That would be a good matchup because David Lemieux only knows how to do one thing. Triple G is going to be a problem, a big problem for Junior. I don't see him. I don't know actually. I was going to say I don't see him getting through Triple G, but Triple G's slowing down and he's getting older. So, you know, that might be another little matchup for him. Danny Jacobs, another very risky fight for Eubank Jr. But yeah, anyway, let us know how you guys feel about the fight. What did you think of the fight? Did you enjoy it? Did you think it was boring? Did you think there was excessive clinching? What do you think should happen to James Degale? You know what I mean? Let us know what you think. I'm out.